I think if the Mavs put themselves in a big deficit, it's going to be tough to come back.
3-second call against the Mavericks, and that's on Jonathan Motley. And Jonathan Motley has struggled with the mental part of the game here in Orlando, and he has not Ding. Oh, did they need that three?
Yes. They're going to need him to play well. I think this is a great opportunity. He's a scorer. He was the MVP in China, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, the domestic MVP.
There you go. So
game for Detroit has been matched by a 6-0 run, and here's Ellenson. Bikes. And here's Ding. Nice pass to Motley and one.
Great pass by Ding. Great finish by Motley. That's what he is. I mean, you're not a stretch five, so, hey, run the floor hard, run to the front of the rim, and draw those fouls.
So Motley at the line. And that foul was on Benajay. Pierre Jackson back for Detroit. They now trail. And he was screaming short. And it's out of bounds to Dallas. So a really crisp start for the Pistons.
He has to prove he's a dead-eye shooter, but who are very good shooters. When they're able to put the ball on the ground like that, boy, I tell you what, it just makes them even tougher to guard.
Ding with a terrific steal on Ellenson, and then a nice find to Baco. He was fouled by Ellenson, and it wasn't called.
Yep. That is a big individual.
Oh, Ding, nice little hezzy move. And he gets a blocking call against Detroit. I don't know if Ding's an NBA player, but I appreciate Ding. I want him to continue to be a Summer League guy so we get a chance to see him over here in the States.
Yeah,
obviously a superstar in the CBA over in China.
For sure. But as he plays more and more in the
average man. And here's Willis, the rookie out of Kentucky. Motley out to set a screen for Bikes, and it was effective. Bikes now will fade and hit.
That's a big-time screen there. Knock Brown off his path, so Bike can get an easy shot off the glass. Like you said, we hope he comes back, and Dallas is going to need him.
Yeah, good point. Isaac was then shut down for the Summer League with a strained hip. And Ding. Whoa, no. Ding got up in the air. And let's hope he's okay.
His wrist.
Yeah, he's grabbing his right wrist. And Eric Moreland stepped over. I mean, they were playing well past the whistle. Let's hope Ding is okay. Moreland is walking like there's nothing wrong with him.
Meanwhile, Coach Tim Hardaway's like, that's our ball. That guy is something else.
Just in case they missed
it.
In
case they
forgot. And run out three. Nope. Ding is there, and he was fouled. How about Ding getting above the rim?
He's a great player. I mean, we didn't say he couldn't play. Of course, if he couldn't, they wouldn't ask him to be here. So.
I think
he caught one in the face.
He sure did from Moreland. I got a nickname for Ding. It's called Crash. It's always a collision.
Crash,
it's falling to the floor. It's diving on the floor.
Crash.
He's got an entertaining. You know, Steph Curry's got the entertaining game with the three and the handle and all that. Ding is entertaining in like the exact opposite way. It's the dirty work stuff. It's the hustle.
Yeah.
And I have not seen him in the CBA. Presumably, his skill is off the charts over there, and he was the domestic CBA MVP last year, but leading to more of sort of a dirty work glue guy type of game.
Right.
Are giving these refs a workout.
Yes. And I think when you see your coaching staff.
Oh, Ding with the little
very nice
reach around, steal in, and Ding got it back. He scoops, and it's just off. Moreland bothered that shot. And then Moreland walks right into the path of Ding. Oh, this is getting good out here.
I think when these players see their coaches as intense as they are, that brings the intensity out on the floor. I mean, Coach Weiner over here is just letting him have it here. Doing his 1-2 step.
This is tremendous.
Then there's Coach Byers. He's ready to explode shortly.
Motley having a very good first half here. He's now got 11. And Motley, his highest scoring game here, Vince, was 4 points, believe it or not. So this is by far his best game.
Hey, save it for the big one. We have another violation.
So one more here for Motley. We had a pretty good flow to this game until about 5 minutes ago. And Motley takes advantage of the lane violation. And a 3-point Detroit lead. Marlin turned his head, and Motley's taking it right at him. But it's Benajay over the top with a helicopter swat, and then Ding is fouled by Kennard. Foul number 3 on Luke Kennard. Ding at the line, 4 points and 2 rebounds so far. As many collisions as points so far.
So he has 15 points?
Something like that, yeah.
Because he's been crashing into everybody.
Mike Weiner and Bob Byer should be wearing a Fitbit to track all the steps that they're taking here. Getting quite the workout on the sidelines. Montero kept it alive, and then Kennard gets it over to Motley with the screen to free Bikes. Ding, lost the handle. Little fadeaway on Ellenson, and Henry fouled him, and Henry has a look of disbelief. So more free throws coming for Ding.
Tapped him on the arm there.
Foul number 3 on Ellenson, who has only 2 points. He's averaging 20. He's going to be due in that second half.
Oh, yes.
Ding is up to 6 points. Two for 2 and 2.2 left on the clock, and Bob Byer calls time. So we'll see what Bob Byer has cooked up for his Pistons on the other side of this brief timeout.
Vegas, so
if he was, he'd be there. Because here's Ellenson at the end of the first half. So Ellenson 1 of 4 in this first half, but
I'm sure he still could go, though, because I'm sure the coaching staff, all these guys are going up there as well. So it's a possibility, but I think his health is most important, because he's trying to get the job.
Good point. But we wish Cap Barber the best, and hopefully he can. Here's Ding, not shy. Whoa,
there he goes.
Ding with a big 3. I thought that was a little quick, Vince.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, he's a scorer. He was a scorer, in the CBA, so he still has the mentality. They just need.
With Marquette. And Moreland with the rebound, and he's fouled by Montero. Wait a second. They got a push-off on Moreland on the shot attempt. Offensive foul on Moreland.
Wow.
Bob Byer and Tim Hardaway Sr. aren't going to. Look at Tim Hardaway.
Crazy.
Tim Hardaway has his head in his hands.
Did they call a foul or traveling?
Oh, they got a travel on that.
Okay, they called traveling.
Thought they called him for kind of pushing off with that left arm. Ding. This is what he does.
He's going hard.
What a move by Ding.
Right.
I love this guy.
Yep.
Just puts his head down and goes.
Look at that. Here's the jab and go. He puts that shoulder into Ellison to make him foul him. Great finish, great concentration. He needs to create. He needs to make this shot for 3 to get him close, to keep him close. Excuse me. 12 points today, 3 for 5 shooting.
He's now got 13.
Now 13.
That's his Orlando Summer League high. His previous high was 10. So Kennard hugging up on Montero. Brought him into a screen, and that's Pierre Jackson over Ding. And a fortunate miss for Dallas. Montero back now. The Heat the other day. Motley, good footwork. Couldn't get it to go, though. And Ding and Benajay.
I like it.
Ding is out of bounds on the save attempt.
I tell you, Motley's right there. He gets himself in position to score. It's just not getting the easy ones. He's getting the tough shots, but the easy ones like that, he does the work and just gets there. And just a little control from here on out are turnovers. They have, as of right now, 14 turnovers. Is that right?
15 turnovers
15
for the
turnovers.
Mavs.
You can't have 15 turnovers when you're playing in the championship game. So
Bikes.
Keep it under control. But Bikes has 4, but
Ding hanging in there with Kennard, and then a block by Montero, and the loose ball comes to Motley. Motley leading the break. Oh, he went for the jam on Moreland. And Ding was out of bounds. Ellenson put it right back on Ding, and Ding was,
Montero throwing it to Motley. Nope.
Ding
Bikes.
into Bikes. Down to 3, down to 2. Can Bikes get it off? Nope. This is for the win. And we go to overtime. Tied at 74. A championship on the line here in Orlando, and we're going to play 2 more minutes, Vince.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Why not?
What better do we have to do?
You're here, we're here. Let's do it.
I love it. Detroit and Dallas in a Summer League Classic, and we'll be right back. Jackson over Ding. Not even close, and the rebound to Montero. And now Detroit has to foul.
Bad shot.
Dallas playing keep away, and now Moreland fouls Smith. Wow, what a story this would be if the shorthanded and injured Dallas Mavericks could win this game. Detroit's largest lead was 11. And so Ding will inbound here. The next Detroit foul will lead to free throws by the Mavs. And Ding gets it into Smith, and Kennard fouls him. Smith is 3 for 3 from the line so far.
Right. Well, he's definitely someone you want to have on the line. He hasn't had many attempts, but at the same time, he is 3 for 3. Big miss.
He missed.
Big miss. So
the door is open for the Pistons. And Bob Byer, who was on the bench, he had his feet out, he had his hands back over his head, almost in a chilling at the pool pose. And when that free throw was missed, he shot right back up. 3-point Dallas lead. Timeout Detroit.
It's a big make for the simple fact of now you don't lose at a buzzer beater, excuse me. If anything, they tie the game. And, of course, we go to sudden death. But of course, you want to make 2. But if you at least make 1, you give yourself a chance. The guy that I worked with is